Hello and welcome to Ticker Tapes. It's Monday, so that means FAANGs are on the agenda again. This week marked the end of an era at Meta Platforms as billionaire technology investor and entrepreneur Peter Thiel stepped down from the company's board, where he has held a seat since Facebook was a fledgling startup. Mr. Thiel is best known as a co-founder of PayPal, and his presence on the Meta board hasn't been without controversy. He holds strong political views and has actively supported the campaigns of Republican candidates. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has always defended Mr. Thiel's presence, however, and recently said that Peter is truly an original thinker who you can bring your hardest problems to and get unique suggestions. Meta's board of directors has another tech billionaire, apart from its CEO, in the shape of Mark Andreessen, who has also been an investor and board member since Facebook's early days. His venture capital firm, Andreessen Horowitz, has recently raised $4.5 billion for a new fund which will invest in Web 3.0, of which the metaverse will be a big part. Meta Platforms has chosen Microsoft Azure as its cloud computing partner to help the company accelerate its AI research and development program. By leveraging Microsoft's supercomputing capabilities, Meta hopes to be able to speed up the journey time from software development to product deployment. As the cost of living rises, income inequality is back in the headlines. However, Amazon shareholders had few qualms about approving a $212 million compensation package for CEO Andy Jassy. The vast majority of that money will come in the form of stock awards rather than cash. Earlier this year, labor unions highlighted that Jassy's previous remuneration was 6,000 times that of the average Amazon worker. The pay award will take Mr. Jassy to the top of the league table of CEO compensation and put him well ahead of Tim Cook at Apple and Satya Nadella at Microsoft. Corporate governance consultants Glass Lewis and Institutional Shareholder Services urged investors to vote against the award, not least because Amazon's stock has fallen by 31% over the last 52 weeks, during which time the S&P 500 has fallen by just 3.29%. However, the pay deal was voted through regardless. JP Morgan reports that shipments of Apple iPhones from China during April were below seasonal averages. That comment bears out a Bloomberg story that Apple would keep iPhone production numbers flat in 2022 at approximately 220 million devices compared to analysts' forecasts of 240 million. Since the pandemic, Apple has been prioritizing iPhone production over that of the iPad as chip shortages and ongoing lockdowns in China have caused supply chain bottlenecks. Reports also suggest that the company is looking to move some of its manufacturing and assembly operations away from China, with Vietnam and India seen as potential destinations. Apple seems keen to exercise its pricing power with the much-awaited iPhone 14, which is expected to cost as much as $300 more than the firm's current models. Apple is seen as a luxury brand, and to date, customers have been happy to pay up to own their devices. Whether a $1,400 to $1,500 price tag for a phone will prove to be too much for hard-pressed consumers remains to be seen.